Previously on Survivor. Simon was voted off the Maramira tribe, leaving Ryan alone to fend for himself amongst the other four. Despite voting off Simon, Greg seemed open to working with former Yellows and met with Nick, where he solidified a 6-person post-merge alliance featuring himself and Nick, Ryan and Stephanie, and Mitch and Allison. Meanwhile, Brooke shared her idol clue from the first day with Kelly. They then set their target on Stephanie should they lose the next challenge. Autumn, Greg, Nick, and Ryan were all able to find the mysterious gift, and to Autumn's surprise, it was the second part to the clue she found at kickoff. After 2 nights of searching, Autumn was able to successfully track down the North Campus idol. At the Immunity Challenge, Maramira built a sizable lead going into the final stage, but that proved to be meaningless as the puzzle stumped them and they succumbed to yet another heartbreaking loss. During the challenge, unbeknownst to his entire tribe, Greg found what turned out to be the second clue to the South Campus idol. He also shared knowledge of the now meaningless gift with both Allison and Mitch. The three then proceeded to meet with Nick, where they were threatened into keeping Ryan or else lose Nick's trust post-merge. Autumn found out that it was Kelly who found the South idol clue on the other tribe and ratted her out to Stephanie. She and Stephanie then concocted a plan to rope in Ryan and Greg against Mitch as a result of hearing that Mitch had leaked the Maramira tribe's idol clue to Nick. In an effort to secure Greg's vote, Autumn fabricated a story involving Jake, in which she claimed that Nick was actually planning to target the pair of Greg and Mitch as soon as the tribes merged. And targeting Mitch now would actually save Greg. Autumn was hopeful of her plan, but remained apprehensive after picking up on small incongruencies between her meeting with Ryan and her meeting with Greg. Despite Autumn's wishes, it became clear that Greg had no intention of turning on Mitch. After making this clear to Ryan, Greg met up with Mitch and Allison, where they considered disregarding Nick's wishes and simply picking off Ryan, as a means of weakening Nick should Autumn's story be true. However, with the merge on the horizon, Greg, Mitch, and Allison decided to roll the dice and keep Ryan, electing to vote against Autumn. Sensing her plan might not work out, Autumn retaliated, playing her idol. And to her surprise, she negated 4 votes intended for her, resulting in her one singular vote sending home one of the biggest power players in the game, Mitch. After one of the craziest votes of the season, this is truly anyone's game. Where there was once 16, there is now 10. Who will be voted out tonight?
So I've just got one little thing to say after that tribal. Okay, I have never felt so good in my life. Oh my god, everything about that moment in Tribal Council was freaking perfect. I totally did not think that Mitch was going home. I thought for sure that they would be smart enough to do tell Ryan and Allison to vote for me, and then Mitch and Greg would vote for Ryan in case I played an idol, because they've done that with every single vote so far. Why this is the one that they didn't do it with, I don't know, but man, am I so happy.
That was okay. A great play.
I get it. It's a game. You did what you thought was best for you.
As soon as I saw your arm move, I was like, oh, she's doing it. I was so much.
Could not be happier. I thought that this game was going downhill, but here I am. I didn't waste my idol. I feel like after tonight, I do have a little bit of a target on my back. People are definitely going to notice me now. I don't know if they didn't before, but they definitely will now. So
we're just shocked.
Yeah, same. Sorry. I had no clue you had an idol.
Yeah, I just got
I don't want to say you guys are bad liars, but like,
No, we are.
We are on it. So
I definitely don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to work with my tribe. I'd rather get rid of all that like bad old alliance and just honestly start from the beginning, because that's what I've been doing this whole game, is just pulling alliances out of my butt like left and right, trying to like form new ones because most of my people get sent home. So in all fairness, Mitch, you were a real good player sometimes, and things could not have gone better tonight.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, we knew it was a risk, but I didn't think it was that big of a risk.
Holy cow, that was wild. Kudos, that was a great play. Oh man. Mitch is gone. He was one of my strongest allies. I don't even know what to make of it. That was a great play. That was fun. Not really, but that was kind of fun.
Well, hopefully you trust me and Allison. I mean, Mitch, who's gone now.
We all voted the same way,
like
so
we weren't lying to you.
Yeah.
Damn it, dude.
Hopefully Ryan sees like, all right, we trust him now because we didn't vote for him 2 times. I don't think Autumn is going to have a whole lot of trust in us anymore. Definitely didn't want Mitch to go home this early. That's wild. Wow.
Oh,
Let's just not lose the next one. I love
yeah,
that.
that's a good plan. Sounds good. Given our track record, we'll see. But it sounds like a good plan.
That worked out perfectly because I did not want Mitch to be in the game, and Greg wasn't going to flip, so I knew that I couldn't vote Mitch. So even though I'm blindsided by it, it literally couldn't have worked any better in my favor. So I'm kind of happy about it. And it looks good to everyone, to Allison and Greg, because like I listened to them, they did everything, and then Autumn would be like, well, why didn't you vote with me? And I can just be like, Greg wasn't going to flip, so we just didn't have numbers.
We knew that she was a player.
Yeah,
She definitely
I told you. Yeah.
All right.
we just got fucked.
Yeah. This sucks. So Autumn just played an idol and took out Mitch. Damn it. That vote was tough for me because I lost 2 allies. I lost Mitch because he's out of the game, and I lost Autumn because she doesn't trust me as much anymore. R.I.P. Mitch. That was not what we wanted to happen. That's really too bad. Mitch was so fun to play with. He was such a goon. Although, dickhead move, him standing up pretending he had the idol and then gets voted out from it. Like, okay, deserved. That was funny though. But oh man, I spent the last like 3 days calling Nick a snake.
We were calling
and Autumn a snake.
everybody
We're the snakes.
out, and it's us. We're
We're the snakes. If you're an Autumn fan, we're the snakes.
yeah.
We're bad liars, is what it comes down to. We're bad snakes. So that one's gonna be tough to rebound from, but if there was a silver lining to that vote and anything positive you can take from it, it probably takes some of the target off of me post-merge, because that was what had come up, was that Mitch and I were targets because we were a pair. That's pretty much where we stand. Mitch is gone, and now it's me and Allison against the world, basically. Just if you're looking at it from the outside, you'd think it's me, Allison, maybe Jake, but Jake hasn't been with us for 2 weeks now, and then maybe Ryan, but he's only been with us for 2 weeks. So I'm not in a great spot, but it's not over.
Yeah, so a bomb got dropped tonight, and Mitch got voted out. What? Yeah.
So the tribal happens, and based on all the information I have, Autumn's going home, and I get a text from Greg afterwards, like, dude, Mitch got sent home, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm still speechless. We're like an hour and a half out of tribal, 2 hours out of tribal. I'm still speechless. So pretty much me, Ryan, Mitch, and Allison all voted for Autumn. Like we said we were going to. That plan was solid. And somehow Autumn called us out on our bullshit. She caught wind of it somehow, or at least just felt nervous enough. And she had an idol. I had no idea that she had an idol. I could have sworn that she didn't.
That's a big loss for me. He was one of my closest allies. That's 2 weeks in a row. Literally, I lose my closest ally in Simon last week, and now Mitch goes home at this tribal. That's 2 really tough losses. It sucks. Knowing I could go to Mitch if I needed to talk about this game or something. Same with him. Like, we shared pretty much everything, and he loves Survivor more than anyone I know, so I feel bad for him as a friend, and just like, for my game plan, it stinks for strategy-wise for going forward.
That throws a wrench in our post-merge game, because we had 6 that included Mitch. Mitch was obviously my, closest ally, so that
One of my closest.
one of your closest allies, right? So we both took a big hit there, which sucks.
Yeah.
However, Greg and I both know we have to move forward. We had a plan that was going to put in, that was going to have him, Mitch, and Allison, and me, Stephanie, and Ryan working together to form like a 6-strong alliance. Obviously, we can't work with Mitch anymore because Mitch got voted off. So I would propose to him, why don't we put Jake in that spot for Mitch? I mean,
it sucks. We got to move forward. Though.
How would you feel about maybe plugging Jake in there as a 6?
I'd be cool with that. I think this entire game he's felt like he's just been floating with, me and Mitch, and then like floating in between the 2 alliances in your tribe, and so like he never has really felt secure. So if we can say, hey, look, we have this plan to go final 6, 3 of ours, 3 yours. Like I think he'll be open to that.
Yeah.
And he was on board with that. I also know I can trust him. He's not going to turn on me because he literally needs me now more than like ever in the game, because he lost his closest ally. His numbers are dwindling. Obviously, Autumn is not with him and Allison. And here's the thing. I need the merge to be this next challenge. It has to happen. I mean, if we lose, Kelly is no longer on board with voting Brooke out. She's going to go after Stephanie. And I know that. I'm not going to have the numbers to stop her. And then that'll drop another one of my closest alliances. And I can't have that happen 3 weeks in a row. I just can't.
It's been a bad streak for me with losing out.
Yeah, and you haven't even lost a challenge. But
no. After you guys voted out Simon, I lost my closest ally in the game.
Right.
And now Mitch is gone because of Autumn, and he was probably my second closest, either him or Ryan.
And he was my closest, so...
I think that just leaves you and I, we kind of have to work together at this point.
Sounds good to me, dude. I'll shake on that.
I'll shake on that.
That's...
Me, you, Stephanie, Ryan, Allison, and Jake.
Yeah.
Our targets they're going to have to be Autumn and Kelly now. Kelly, because she's good at puzzles. She literally has Alex in her back pocket, so she basically controls 2 votes. And just like, she's been a threat this entire game. And then obviously Autumn, like that was a hell of a play Autumn made, to somehow manage to know to play that idol and vote Mitch out. I mean, good for her. She made a good play. But I also want to get her out now because she took out my friend and because she's clearly a threat in the game. So moving forward, that 6-person plan's in place, and that's all I got. Peace out, guys.
No, I'm out of freakdown.
Good. All right.
Alrighty.
So, Greg, Allison, and Jake a day after the vote, and fill Jake in on what happened with the vote.
Okay, so we go into tribal. We all vote Autumn, and Greg was like, if you have any idols, would you like, you can play them now. And Autumn had an idol, and she played it all right. And the only vote left was for Mitch.
Yep.
So Mitch is gone.
Oh, Mitch.
So I think everyone is under the impression that the merge is coming up. So I guess that's just making me constantly think about who I want to be working with, who I can trust. I feel good about Allison. I think Allison really trusts me. For now, I'm okay with Greg. I think because Mitch is gone, I feel a lot better working with him. He came to me with all the information after the tribal and stuff, so
Mitch goes home, and we were kind of freaking out. So we're like, all right, shit, like, now we've lost basically 2 allies because Mitch got voted out and Autumn doesn't trust us. The other thing that came out of last night, Nick texted me after he heard through the grapevine that Mitch had got voted out. He came to me with the idea of, okay, we need 5 as a majority, but if we merge at 10, we're going to need 6. He wants to do me, you, Allison, Ryan, himself, and Stephanie as 6.
I feel like I've been lucky enough to go through this game pretty much on my own. A lot of my closer alliances have been, let go. They've been terminated. It definitely felt bad at the time, but as I've gone on, I've realized it allows me to move around a lot more easier. I don't have anyone really tying me down. The proposed 6 of me, Allison, Greg, Nick, Stephanie, Ryan is a good 6. It's a good number for now, and I would be glad to do that for a few votes. Long term? No, probably not, just because I think I'd be a target. I don't trust Nick at all. I could easily see Nick going for me eventually. Same with Stephanie. So, I'm probably going to move things around that way, but I have to really be careful with that.
Maybe we don't go final 6 with Nick, but we definitely need to use...
Oh, no, I'm down for Nick. Like I said, he's a threat to me, but he needs to show me trust right now.
Yeah.
His plan,
so we're solid
I have no
right now.
qualms with him.
Yeah, and just seeing that he's vulnerable with, because he said, I don't have Simon, I don't have Mitch, I need people, it makes it seem more trustworthy going forward.
Yeah, I think he has genuine interest in working with the 3 of us and then the 3 of them. All right, what's going on? So, 99% certain
we're going to merge. Now, obviously, you should never be 99% certain about anything in a game, but if we merge, I'm pretty much set up now where on the outside it would look like I have an alliance with Allison, perhaps an alliance with Jake, and then after that, probably not a whole lot. But Autumn seems to really want to work with me, which is wild because, I mean, I went against her with the Raphael vote. I technically went against her with the Regan vote, and then I tried to vote her out on the last one, which it seems like we've kind of hashed it out, and it's, you know, water under the bridge at this point, which is awesome because it gives me another option.
We just wanted to clear the air because it was a little bit awkward because I tried to like reach out to Greg to vote out Mitch, and obviously that is not how it worked.
It didn't really work out that way.
Going into this week was very different than any other time before. I was very, very, very sad, and there was a lot of people that like were kind of like treating me different just based on that play. It is definitely a different like feeling going into this next challenge. I decided to meet with Greg to clear things up about the whole Mitch vote. We all have to do what's best for our own game, so I'm not going to hold that over you.
Right.
Basically, moving forward from this, we do on like I just want to say like I'm willing to work with you.
We had at least a basis of trust, like a foundation of trust. Obviously, you're not going to trust me 100% right now.
It's hard to go from like trusting someone with like everything you have, and then a vote goes bad like that, and then going right back to trusting each other. It just isn't natural, and it doesn't happen just like that. So he seems like he really wants to work together, so he could be lying to me, but this is all I have going for me right now. So Greg's a really smart player. He knows what he's doing. I think that he realizes that I have nothing left, and if he plays his cards right, like he's gonna carry me along, at least to keep his numbers strong for a little bit. We may not be at 100% anymore, but we're close to 99.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
We'll plug the charger back in
so
and get it back up.
We'll figure it out.
So the way I see it, I've got connections with her and Allison, connection with Jake. That's 3 already. I think I have a connection with Ryan. Him and I seem to be on the same page with how the game is being played and how it's kind of shaping up. Nick has expressed interest in working with me, and then through Nick and Ryan, Steph. Autumn, Allison, Jake, Nick, Ryan, Steph. 6 people, myself included, 7. That's a pretty strong majority, and we could take out a Kelly with this first vote, which would be ideal. You know, if we can get Kelly and then like a Brooke out with these next 2 votes, I think I'd have a good shot at extending that to like a final 4 potentially. Stay tuned. Don't count me out just yet.
And then I talked to Nick yesterday, and that was just a hot mess. Like,
it's our first meeting after she voted out my boy Mitch.
Very sorry.
I gotta say, props to you. It was a good move. I mean, I respect it. Very good, very well played.
So Autumn actually texted me. Now this is the same person that voted out my buddy Mitch. I kind of played like I was floating around too. Hadn't really talked to that many people because I was like, look, you voted out Simon, you voted out Mitch. Those are my 2 closest allies. I'm just kind of floating along with you. So we kind of agreed we would work together. I don't really intend to keep that because obviously I want to work with Greg, Ryan, Allison, Stephanie, and Jake. But I left it with that. I know she trusts them, so I think we can string Autumn along for a little while.
Do you think you can work with your old tribe now, or do you think they all have targets on them?
I think that they definitely, everyone in this game like kind of sees me as a threat, including the people that I was working with on my tribe. He is like a really good player, and I look up to that, and like I wanted to be a part of that and like work with him. But I started talking to him, and he lied about every single thing that he told me. He was like, oh yeah, like, we're in the same boat, so we're both kind of floating.
Yeah,
Our
basically I'm down my
best
2 best alliances. Or the Peary went, well, you're Maramir now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Maramir went and took care of that for me, voting out Simon and Mitch. So,
I have no alliances at all. Like, I don't talk to anyone on my team. I've only talked to Mitch and Simon, and you voted both of them out. And I was like, boy, like, that is the biggest lie that you could have told me.
I'm willing to work with you going forward. I mean, obviously, like I said, my 2 big alliances are just out the window now.
Yeah.
They're both eliminated.
Yeah, I mean, like, if what you're saying is true, you don't have that many.
I don't have that many other connections. I mean, I talked to Ryan a little bit. I've talked to Stephanie a little bit. Kelly I haven't really talked to.
He said he didn't tell anyone about Mitch, and he did. And then he said, oh, I've never talked to Kelly in my life. Yeah, you have. Like, if you're gonna try to lie, at least make it believable and something that I know, like, I can't fact check, because that lie was awful. So, long story short, don't trust Nick. His lies weren't believable because I had the facts to prove that they weren't. And what's the point of lying to me? I have like nothing to lose by coming to you and like just talking to you. So like, you don't need to lie about like little things like that, you know? I guess I don't know. I'm just a threat now. So basically, Steph and I always fill each other in on literally everything, except the only thing I didn't tell her was the idol.
But the fact that like doing that, now you're like a huge target, like it sucks.
And then I had Steph come to me like about the whole, she brought up that 6-person alliance that they have going on.
Yes, so I just earlier this afternoon met with Nick and Jake, and basically going in, they're like, yeah, Steph, it's a 6 alliance. You, Jake, Nick, Ryan, Greg, and Allison. Like, we're strong 6.
I obviously wanted to check with you guys to have the 3 of us, Ryan, Greg, and Allison.
And then I'm like, okay, well, like, who are we getting out? Like, I said Kelly because that's who we've been talking about forever, and she's been getting for me, so I thought that would be the obvious choice. And then who do we want to target first? Well, I know Kelly was throwing my name out, so that made me nervous.
It's been Kelly for a while. That's
right.
But what Autumn did this week scares me.
Yeah, Nick is like, no, Autumn, she's a threat, we need her gone.
No one wants to work with me. It's like I have like some disease or something.
So, behind us,
you will notice a nice little flow chart.
Down here in the AGD basement, we have basically mapped out the plan because we know we're merging Sunday, but if neither of us win, obviously we have to make a play that saves both of us.
And it is right there. The 6-person alliance is going to be Nick, Ryan, Jake, Greg, Steph, and Allison. So down here we have the best option possible.
The best, yes.
Is find the idol.
Find it.
Immunity.
Yes, win individual immunity. That's true.
So, assuming that this does not happen, we have
Moving
plan number 2, the death of jolly old Saint Nick. Sorry, Nick. So, at the very top of this hierarchy, we have Nick.
You see he's under key because he is the key player in this entire game.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So, Nick controls these other people, Kelly, Greg, and then Ryan and Steph are on the same thing because they were in their original alliance from like Marmira, whatever.
Yeah.
And then Jake is just on his own little island doing what Jake's doing. So then off of Kelly controls Alex and Brooke.
Yeah.
And Greg controls Allison.
Yep.
So this is me alone, all by myself. I kind of drew in Steph because
that will come into play in the plan.
We're gonna go over to Kelly. Basically, we're gonna say that it benefits her because there's no Nick running the show. And we have Stephanie here to prove that because she has all these great fun facts.
That Kelly tells Nick and then Nick tells me like right after.
Yeah, so
I'm just gonna be like, you think you can trust Nick? I know basically everything that has been going on in your Survivor game.
Exactly.
and then Nick is gonna tell the 6 that, oh shit, we have to split our votes 3-3.
Right. And they're gonna think that it's 3-3, but they're gonna actually be 3-2. And then we're gonna have 5 total up here.
Yeah. So it's gonna go 5-3-2.
So we will win voting off jolly old Saint Nick. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was your Survivor 101 lesson. I hope you learned a thing or two. And this is how the big dogs play, so...
That's right, you better get in this game with us. Because we're rolling and we're controlling this game. Stay tuned.
We'll see how it goes.
Can you keep your vessels in the shot?
Of course. All right. So we've got 3 Marmira and 3 Old Puri meeting up, and the 6 of us.
First tribe swap too.
And then the 3 original Marmira and then
3 original or the Puri.
That's right.
Nice balance.
Perfect.
Nice
Split right down the center.
I met up with Greg, Allison, Ryan, Steph, and Jake. And the 6 of us kind of came together. We had been talking about it for a while, but this was the first time we all sat down and like, okay, we're going to work together. This is going to be the people we try to get to the final 6. And then from there on out, that's just going to be fun.
Everyone's thinking that this challenge is the merge
of some sort.
Or just something.
Some twist of a merge.
Some twist.
Something's going to happen.
Or something. So like, we're all trying to figure out where we're going to stand when there's 10 or 9 people left and what we can kind of work with and everything like that.
I'm really looking forward to working with those 6 people. We agreed basically, like Kelly's first up. Her vote is worth 3 because Brooke and Alex will do exactly what she says. If she gets immunity, we vote out Autumn, keep Kelly feeling safe until we vote Kelly out the next challenge. So I'm looking forward to hitting the merge. I've assuming that's actually what happens today, I've hit the spot in the game that I was like really, really intent upon getting to, and now it's going to be even more fun. So we'll see what happens. Basically, everybody's on board with taking out Kelly first.
I think she's
I think we all see that she's a big threat in challenges, and just between talking to people, she's pretty social.
And she's got a hold over 2 other contestants.
Right. Yeah, she literally, she's broken
pretty
Alex will do
yeah.
exactly what she says.
Yeah,
So.
and then the last person is the floater Autumn.
Autumn, right? It was obviously a threat, as we've seen.
Obviously a
I mean,
threat.
that was a great play, but yeah, she
Right.
needs to go.
Whoever is watching this right now, I don't know what to do. I don't know who I can trust, and that's mortifying. Like, why do people want to get like Autumn out, who's like, she like made a huge move, like she's like being an awesome player. Like, I would rather beat people who like have like played the game. Like, there's no point in like strolling them along, because when you win, it's not even gonna feel like an accomplishment, if that makes sense. I don't want to come off as like I'm protecting Autumn, because like then that would get suspicious and people would be like, why do you like her so much? Like, what, like, I don't know. I feel like that would be like a red flag if I'm like trying to like save her. So I'm definitely like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, and then we'll just go to her next.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if Kelly wins, I think Autumn would be a good choice, because that would lull Kelly
right.
broke Alex for a week and have them think like, this is going to be great
Yeah,
for us,
yeah.
we're going straight to the end sort of thing.
Like, obviously, Autumn and I made that whole like flow chart. We're targeting to get like a girls' alliance to go for Nick, a really strong player. He's kind of like talking to everyone, like controlling the strategic game. But Nick says he's with me. He also said that I'm in this like 6 alliance. So if it does come down to it, I don't know if I would go with her plan to do like a girls' alliance and get Nick, because I feel like me trying to like tell Kelly like, oh, Nick is not with you, he's told me literally everything that you said to him, like you cannot trust him. I feel like Kelly still might end up going to Nick, and then my game would be over with. Like, I consider myself to be like a good friend, like a good person, but it's most important to save myself, so I'm not going to put myself in a bad situation, like, and I'm going to think about my game first before I ever think about, you know, like saving her.
Let's get going.
Okay. Yeah, good aim will be in the middle of it.
Big notes. I thought it was just gonna be burnt and like on a big sheet of paper.
Yeah. Alright, we got 2 pages here. Welcome to Final 10! Woo! Yeah! Alright. Enclosed within this envelope is a map. As a collective group, you will navigate campus from location to your next location of the day. During this trek, we admonish you to remember that as you move towards your destination, you should be observant of your surroundings. The information you take in today may help propel you further into the deep stages of the game. You may now all begin your trek to the next location. Best of luck. And we have our map here. So it looks like we're going in between 9th and 10th and Neil. So if you guys want to walk down Neil, then we get there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, and everyone pay attention.
As we walk. Basically, head towards hangover. How many blades of grass?
Neil's right.
I went through a door that said exit.
Actually, no,
Because I already got locked out.
Stephanie, are we almost there?
Well, we either think it's in Marketplace or behind Marketplace.
It says in between 10th and 9th.
No? Let's go behind.
Yeah. How do you get behind?
Has anyone heard of the unit orange beehive?
Okay,
This looks promising.
Looks promising, I think.
There's no one here.
Are we looking for people? What are we looking for?
Okay, stop. You guys are dark. I'm gonna tell you where to go.
This is bad because I want to go on Amazing Race, and Amazing Race is all like reading maps.
Like, how often do you actually have to read a map? Like,
That's right here.
Yeah, so the map's wrong.
Maybe.
I think Greg made the map wrong. The map left, right? Yes.
Kidding yourself.
We're looking at girls but with dogs instead of people.
honestly, I'll take the L on the bike rack challenge.
Guys, I see paint. Yeah.
Wait, Wait, we're not positive yet. They can still do some.
But where's Greg?
Oh, shit.
We're actually getting some getting book out right now.
Somebody want to read it?
Welcome to the final 10. On this table, you will find a blank banner and a pile of new buffs. From this point forward, we ask that each contestant takes a new buff. You may keep your old buff as a token of appreciation for the tribes that have allowed each and every one of you to reach this point in the game. In addition, you all will have a short time to decorate a new banner. You will notice there is no name assigned to be placed upon this board. You all, as a group of 10, will be responsible for formulating a name and placing each one of your own names upon the banner as well. Enjoy these moments together, as today the game transitions to a new stage, one that will test you all socially, physically, and strategically. Greg will be arriving soon to discuss next steps. However, for now, you may begin on your task. Congratulations.
Made it to the merge, guys.
Guys,
You know what I didn't like?
Can we paint our books?
It says welcome to Final 10.
Alright, who has
It doesn't say
ideas?
welcome
Who
to
has
the
ideas
merge.
of team names? Yeah.
Now, I have just a rough idea.
Jake, say your idea.
I think we should be, now let me, I'll have to say it in my head real fast.
Yeah.
The FCC JPS.
You also group
The
10, Nick, place the name and place
County,
your own name.
Franklin County chapter of the Jeff Brooks team. And it rolls off the tongue. It just rolls right off the tongue.
It doesn't look like we have fans.
There's different better options.
10,
Just make
number
no.
10 in Indonesia is Sapula.
Sapula.
I kind of like how it rolls off your tongue. That's funny.
Alright.
Let's cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Allison.
Why don't you just step up to the plate?
I do
So
dabble
your
in art.
letters were really good.
I have an art minor, actually.
Oh, hey, good
Do you want to like outline our names? Yeah, I would do
Hey, wait. Okay, this is the Australian Aboriginal season.
Alright.
Look it up in Australian Aboriginal.
Okay.
Google Tiwi, that's the language.
Is anyone else looking for this?
I am.
Oh no, this is, I thought you had a handle. I guess I could.
I mean, if that Google translates the language of TV.
I like big.
Well, 10 is 10, so definitely can do.
Yeah, 10 is 10.
It's like.
10 in Tiwi is Wamutirara, if you want it.
Oh god.
What about big? What about
Say we
big?
do it, screw it.
Oh, it fits. Is it Charara? Tiara.
T-I-R-R-A-R-A.
I
We're going
can't.
blue?
Everybody get in on it.
What?
Are you doing
I'm
right
literally
and
spelling
left?
Yeah, I was gonna do right left.
For helping
Yeah.
out.
That's
a good one.
I'm gonna go around.
Yeah.
Why does this not say
I know, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting new puffs. What are they gonna do? Oh no.
But everything
Yeah,
that they've
never
said
said
has been Big Ten, not merge.
Yeah. That's true.
Merge has not been mentioned yet.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're blue now.
Good?
Yeah, I like it.
I like that a lot.
I like it. It looks good.
All right, I'm gonna take next week. So how do we want to explain this?
No, it says Greg will be arriving soon to discuss next steps.
We're just going back.
Right.
This dude's about to zip line down or ride by helicopter. He's gonna do something crazy.
I think he's in the parking garage. That would be a good way to watch us.
Hold up! Hi!
Hi, Greg!
Hi, guys. I'll be right down. Woo!
Hi, everyone. How's it going, Greg?
What's the tribe name?
So it's Wamutirara, which is like 10 in the Australian
Tiwi.
language, Tiwi. But it also translates as 2 hands, so like obviously 10 fingers. And we came together from 2 different tribes, like 2 hands being a part of one body now. So that's kind of acknowledged with like the orange and the yellow a little bit as well.
Let's talk about the journey. First of all, can you guys read a map?
No.
Okay.
You can.
Gotta learn
supposed to be between 10th and 9th.
Residents on 10th, you're on the wrong side, you can't read a map. A couple other things. First off, congrats. I mean, welcome. I mean, this is an exciting stage of the game, right? So let's talk over some things real quick. There's 10 of you here today, and that's exciting. This is the big stage of the game. We've had 6 people go. We're on day 36. I do want to touch on one quick thing, though. Today, you will be merging. However, If you want to make it to the merge, you have to survive the rest of today. With that being said, we're going to gather all of our things and we're going to head to our next location. Got it?
I know it does not look like there's running.
Shuttle runs. We're doing shuttle runs.
Allison's people will be on the floor fighting the pace for 10.
Is the adrenaline rushing yet?
Yeah.
Upon that note that you guys saw, nowhere in it did it say the word merch.
We noticed.
I'm sure you noticed. It said Final 10. That's not a lie. But we have one more challenge today. You guys will be splitting back up into your original tribes for one more challenge. Behind you, you will see these cones. Right? Those cones are in pairs. There's a white cone and a red cone. On my go, each tribe will send one person at a time. We have to match up guys and girls into this field of cones. And you will race in 45-second intervals to flip over as many cones as you can to your tribe's color. Maramira will be white, Apiri will be red. You want that color at the end of 45 seconds to be the color that is most shown on top. The way you do that is in that 45-second interval, you will place your cone atop the other cone and race to the other cones around and keep on doing that. At the end of 45 seconds, hands off, we count who has the most. If there's 2 cones showing, then each of you get a point. But if there's only 1, which is the goal, you'll take the lead with points. First tribe to have 5 total wins. You have to win 5 rounds to win this one. Cool? So, with that, I said, if you want to make it to merge, you got to make it to the end of the day. What's at the end of the day? As soon as we leave here, we'll be going straight into a tribal council in which all 10 of us will be present, and only 1 tribe will have to vote someone out. 9 of you will make it to the merge. 1 of you, unfortunately, will not. Does that challenge make sense to everyone?
Yes.
All right, so for Apiri, Stephanie, you sat on the last challenge. You're going to have to compete today to make it even with guys and girls. Alex, Kelly, Brooke, 2 of you will have to sit out. 1 of you will be competing. That being said, guys, get into your old tribes. We'll strategize and we'll go. All right, get going.
So if you're not a weak runner, if you're feeling good, do you care sitting out?
Guys, we need this one.
I don't want to go to tribal and vote one of you guys out on that. Like that's.
Once again, immunity for the final time. Tribal immunity will be back up for grabs. Who's up for Maramira? Autumn's up. Who's up for Apiri? Alex.
Go Alex.
Oh wait.
Let's start from the top of the hill. First spot in the final 9. Survivors ready? Go!
Go Alex, come on Alex, you got this.
Got it, Otto.
There you go.
All right, you got it, Autumn. You're doing good. You're doing good. Nice, nice.
Start flipping hers. Flip hers, flip hers.
30 seconds.
Go to her side.
No, shut up. 10.
Keep it up, Autumn. You're doing good.
Got it, Alex.
Ooh, get the one under the side she didn't flip.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands off. Majority of white. That's a point for Maramira. Yes. 1, 0. Yes. We reset. 1, 0. Maramira is in the lead. What we got for Maramira? Greg? Greg against Nick for Apiri. Round 2. Survivors ready? Go.
Go, Greg, go, Greg.
Let's go.
Let's do this. You got it. Good, good.
You're doing good.
Greg, you're killing it. You're beating him.
No, he's not. They're lying.
My game.
Go, Nick.
Yeah, keep going.
Nice.
Keep up the
You're
hustle.
setting a good pace. You're ahead of him. You're ahead of him.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
You got it, Greg.
Go over to his.
Yeah, you're good.
Start flipping, Nick.
You're good. Greg, you're in the lead. You got it.
You got this.
Keep going.
Let's go, Nick.
You're doing good. Nice.
You got it, Greg.
Go, Nick.
Keep it up.
Let's go, Nick.
4.
That last one's fun.
Last again.
2, 1. Hands off.
Does that count? That can't count.
Oh, that does count for sure.
Oh my gosh.
We got a tie.
That's fine. You did good. You did good work. You know.
Greg.
All right, it is 1-0. Marmira in the lead. We got Allison against Stephanie. Survivors ready? Go.
Come on, Steph.
Go, Stephanie.
You got it, Steph. Good job.
Kill Greg.
Get it. Yeah. Get it.
You got it, Allison.
There you go. Good work, Steph. Send a good
Steph, keep it up. Keep up the pace.
You're doing awesome, Steph.
Good job.
Good work.
Get in your groove. Up the middle, start flipping hers.
20 seconds in.
Flow going.
Allison's going for all of Steph's goes.
Let's go. Start flipping.
Yeah.
You got it, Steph. Let's go, Steph.
That's what I was
30.
I mean, you got it, Steph. You're doing well. Let's go. You got this.
You got it, Allison.
Go,
5,
Steph. Keep
Enough
flipping.
for
Keep
another
flipping. Get 2 more. Get 2 more.
2, 1. Time's up.
That's okay. You uncovered ours. You uncovered ours. That's fine. You got a point.
By 1. It's another point for Marmira. 2-0. 1 cone made the difference. At the end of 3 rounds, it's 2-0. Round 4. We have Ryan from Marmira.
Come on, Jake. You got
Jake
this.
for Lapiri. Survivors ready? Go.
You got it, Jake. Come on.
Let's go, Jake.
Ryan, you're killing it. He's already on the second row.
Come on, Jake.
Stay low.
Jake's the bit behind. Ryan going for all the Jakes.
Nice, nice. Good job, good job, good job. Keep it up.
You got it, Ryan. Go back up the middle.
Cover, Jake.
Everybody stretch.
30 seconds. Ryan's counter Jake very
Let's
well.
go, Jake. Keep it up, keep it up.
This is the dumbest thing to watch.
I know. So like doing it, I'm like,
40.
Ryan, you got it by a landslide.
3.
Keep trying.
Keep going.
We keep trying.
One.
One more.
The winner of Ryan versus Jake is Ryan. That's 3 points for Marmira. 3-0. At the end of 4 rounds. At the end of 4 rounds, the start of the 5th round, we have Autumn from Marmira against Stephanie for Lapiri. Survivors ready? Go.
You got it, Steph.
Go, Stephanie.
all right, Autumn, you got it.
Oh my, you broke it.
Another 10 seconds in.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
No, Autumn, keep going.
No.
Keep going to the square.
Yeah, let's go, Stephanie.
Strategy coming in.
Yeah, go over. Just keep doing it.
25 seconds.
Let's go, Stephanie. Keep it up, keep it up.
Autumn, just stick
Make
with
it
that.
quick.
Just stick with that, Autumn. Just keep going.
Keep placing them on top. You got it.
Let's go. Cover when you can. Flip when you can.
10 seconds. 5.
You got
Let's go.
it.
Nice. Cover these last 2 up here.
2,
Cover.
1. Time's up.
Good.
This time goes to Lapiri. We got 3, 1. And 5 rounds. We're on to round number 6. The score of 3-1. We got Greg from Marmira, Nick from Lapiri. Survivors ready? Go.
Go, Nick. That's the theme of our team. You gotta be down to come back, you know? Gotta be down.
Greg, start circling back.
Go, Nick.
Keep flipping
Keep it
yours.
up.
Just go in this circle. Yeah, follow him, follow him.
Let's go.
You got it. You got it.
You got it, Greg. You got it. Just keep following him. You gotta be faster though.
Strategy, not even going for half the cone. 20 seconds.
You got it, Greg.
Yeah, you got it. Just keep going in a circle. You're ahead of him.
Let's go, Nick. Keep it up, keep it up, keep covering. Just start covering. Cover. Focus.
All right, Greg, just start covering him. Start covering.
Follow him.
Other side, other side.
Follow him.
Greg, just run it up his arm.
2 more codes.
1. Time.
Good job. Good finish.
Yeah.
He uncovered some of ours. He uncovered some of ours.
Once again, for the second time, Greg and Nick have tied. It is 3-1 at the end of 6 rounds. For this next round, we're going to go 2 people at a time. 1 guy, 1 girl. Pick your best. From Marmira, Ryan, Allison, or Lapiri. Got Alex, Jake. Round number 7 is 3-1. Marmira in the lead. Survivors ready? Go!
They run into each other. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys got this.
Go, Ryan. You're killing it.
Starting to block each other. You guys are 15 seconds in.
You're good. Some in the middle up front. You could flip.
Flip all those whites.
20.
Get rid of the goddamn bandana. Allison, go to that corner. Other corner.
Guys, Alex, other corner.
Flip that one,
You
Jake.
guys are killing it. You're winning.
Alex, other corner.
Front corner.
Flip as many as you can over there. Flip as many as you can.
Just keep going. Back middle.
5, 4, 3.
You guys got it. You got it.
1, hands up.
That's us.
Good job, guys.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
My score 15 to 14. Another point for Maramira. That makes it 4 to 1. Maramira is in the lead. We're gonna send 2 out once again. Next round, we got Autumn and Greg for Maramira, Stephanie and Nick for Roll Period. This could be the end of the challenge. Maramira pulls it off. Survivors ready? Go!
All right, you guys got it.
Let's go, let's go.
They're all following her. Good strategy.
That's good, that's good.
Good job, Nick and Stephanie. Good work.
Autumn, try and flip. Just flip theirs. Just flip theirs.
Keep it up.
They better get rested because they're going right back.
We got it, we got it.
Good job, Nick.
Autumn, work back here and flip these.
Keep it up, keep it up.
Get them to the middle.
Let's go, Nick, let's go, Steph. Quick hands, quick feet.
Good strategy, Steph.
Smaller, yeah.
Come on, come on.
You got it, Nick.
30.
Keep going, Autumn, just down the line. You got it.
Go, Stephanie. You got it.
That's right, punch her!
5 seconds. 4, 3.
Flip them, Autumn, just slot them.
Flip you have to.
Gun.
Good job.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good job.
And we got another point for Roll Period.
Yes.
Stays in the challenge. 4 to 2. Send out 2 once again. We got another round. Maramira, we have Allison and Ryan against Alex and Jake. This could be another game point for Maramira. Survivors ready? Go!
Let's go. Yeah, Ryan, just keep going.
Follow each other at this point.
Yeah. Follow. Just follow Jake. Go in that square. Just keep going.
Come on, guys, you got this.
You guys have got it. You got it. Keep flipping.
Good down.
You guys are killing it. Start. Knocking them off. I need to stop.
5, 4,
Knock him, knock him, knock him, knock
3,
him.
2, 1, stop. It's another point for Roll Period. It's 4, 3. Autumn versus Stephanie. Survivors ready? Go!
She's going down again already, Stephanie. I can tell. Look at that. She's running off slow.
Let's go,
Steph.
Go back and flippers. Go back and flippers. Go back and flippers.
Oh, nice.
Flip them all. Flip them back up. That's right. We're playing to win.
Autumn, you're doing good, you're doing good.
I can.
Let's go, Steph. Go, Steph.
Autumn, you got it, just keep up your speed.
Get her, Stephanie. Get her. Let's go.
Get her, Steph. Come on.
Push faster, push faster. Oh, eat it.
10,
Let's go, let's go.
7,
Keep going, Autumn, you got it.
4, 3, 2, and 1.
Good. We won.
That's
We
us.
won.
That's us.
We won. We won.
It's us.
Yeah, we definitely won.
Good job, Steph.
With that, that's 5 points for Unity!
Beautiful.
My score, 5, 3. Here comes that.
You did amazing.
All right. Guys, let's get back up on top of the hill here. So, it's not the end of the day quite yet, guys, but Maramira, congratulations to you four on officially making the merch.
Yes.
Come on up. Autumn? Maramira, you'll be attending Tribal Council today, but none of the 4 of you will be going home for Roll Period. You guys will be attending Tribal Council immediately following this challenge, in which one of you will become in 10th place and will not be making the merch. With that, we're going to walk over to Tribal Council in just a second here, and we'll get that going, all right?
Ready? I won the victory thing! The idol, it's mine.
I'm happy I can wear this proudly now instead of fake being a part of the merch. For the start of the day, we all kind of figured there was going to be some sort of merch going on, so we're glad that we were right. But when we walked up to that first tree that had the note on it. When they said that we were now a tribe of 10, final 10, we did notice that he didn't use merge one time. So we were all kind of eerie about, hey, one of us is probably going to end up going home by the end of today.
But we get here and he kind of explained it all. We're not merging. We're going back to original tribes and doing one more challenge. So then I got really nervous because he said that we were going to tribal right after.
I'm very glad we won because I think it would have been like an easy vote. We probably would have just like voted Autumn out, and that's why I know she was really stressed going into this.
Because I do have Stephanie from like before the show started and we're friends. Of course I knew that if we lost it was going to be me going home because there's been that whole like secret little 6-person alliance saying that if Kelly wasn't going home this week and it was a merge, it was going to be me. So
we almost blow a lead in the challenge. Didn't this time for like the first time ever. We win. I get to kind of settle down for a minute and take in their tribal council. That'll be awesome.
I don't know what's going to happen at that tribal because I know Jake, Stephanie, and Nick, and one of them, Kelly. And then I'm sure Kelly, Brooke, and Alex are going to try and vote like Jake or Stephanie and try and get Nick on board. So it's going to be interesting to see what the hell happens there. And that could screw up our entire plan of 6 being me, Allison, Greg, Jake, Nick, and Steph.
Hopefully Kelly goes. I think that was, we had got together as a group of 6 and said like, okay, if we merged, Kelly would be the first one on the chopping block.
I want Kelly to go home just because we've been trying to get her to go home since week 1. So it's about time for her to go home.
Also though, I did find that clue when we were making the new banner and I haven't looked at it yet, so I'm interested to see what that says. So I'm going to try to look at that after the tribal council and hopefully get an advantage going into this merge.
But making the merge is always exciting. That was one of the goals coming in, so that's good. I can stop worrying about getting there because I finally got there after 6 tribal councils or 5 or however many I went to.
I made it. I'm here. I'm so excited. And I'm not going to go home this week, not going to go home next week, hopefully. And I'm so excited.
Okay, so coming into today, I thought I knew it was going to be the merge. I've been wrong about every single prediction like that I've made.
So we showed up. They had us go through, find and make our new sign, get our new buffs, but nowhere in any of the sheets did it say merge, and I was like, well, shit, we're not merging.
So when I saw that it was a physical challenge, my mood immediately dropped. I said, oh no, we're going to tribal. I really just wanted the other team to throw it. I don't know why they just didn't let that challenge go, get Autumn off, and then our 6 would have been fine, because right now we don't have a majority on this team. We are, in fact, at an equal tie if I vote with them. I don't want to vote off Stephanie, but I don't want to, draw rocks or anything, so that you will not see me doing that. So, I don't know.
I said that if we didn't merge, then I would want to vote Stephanie out. And I, would like to vote Stephanie out. She's the #1 person I would like to see go on our own tribe.
So we were thinking Stephanie, feel confident working with Brooke and Alex and myself, but that's not a majority, especially with idols in the game. This tribal council is going to be a hot mess of whispers and trying to strategize.
Me, Alex, and Kelly need to find a 4th person.
Because otherwise, of our alliance, I'm the one that's going home.
I know for a fact that there are going to be 3 votes Kelly, 3 votes Stephanie.
One of the guys could flip on me and I could be going home, or I flip on the guys and get one of the guys out. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I can't strategize and talk to anyone, so I'm literally just talking in my head.
I'm writing down Kelly's name. Stephanie's going to write down Kelly's name. I'm sure Jake's going to write down Kelly's name. I don't know if Alex and Brooke are going to flip because they've been loyal to Kelly the whole game, so.
I don't know if I should go up to Kelly and say, Kelly, I'll vote with the girls, who do you want? Because if Nick or Jake found out, then that's going to break me away from the 6, so.
I'm going to go to Brooke and Alex and be like, look, Kelly has told me multiple times she's controlling you. She thinks she's controlling our whole tribe. We need to get her out before the merge because she's good at puzzles, and I'm just going to hope that works. If not, we're going to draw rocks, and it's just going to be a shit show.
This tribal feels like it's going to be sucky.
Feeling really uncomfortable. This is probably the worst I felt all season, so.
So my entire body is just shaking, with rage and upsetment and, scaredness. I don't know what's going to happen.
Very welcome to Tribal Council. To that we will now begin Marmira. Marmira, come on in. Autumn, Allison, Ryan, see. For the
first time this season, I'd like to take a moment and welcome everyone to Tribal Council. So, Little Beery, for two of you, this is your first Tribal Council. Stephanie, Nick, come on up to my table. And each step in front of a candle. Brian, I'm going to need you to do this. In front of each of you is a candle. I'm going to ignite your candle and give you fire. In this game, fire represents your life. As long as you have fire, you are still in this game. When your fire is out, so are you. You guys can sit on down. All right. Little Beery, Marmira, crazy day. A very crazy day. 4 of you have earned your spot in the merge. 5 of you will after tonight. So, an obvious person I should start off with, and there's actually 2 of you. Nick, this is the first time here. So talk me through how it feels to finally see what it's like and feel the stress of Tribal Council.
Okay, well, I said earlier that I wish I had been able to experience Tribal Council before the merge. This wasn't particularly what I had in mind, just coming straight from a challenge. A lot more stressful than I thought it would be. I'm interested to see how it goes, though. I have no idea how the votes are going to fall tonight, and who knows.
And neither do I, because I'm looking around and I see people talking. But the next person in line to ask is one of those who's whispering right now. Stephanie, nervous, excited, first time here. What's it going to be like for you?
Honestly, I can't even talk. I'm nervous. My entire body's shaking. I don't know what I'm doing and don't know who to trust. So basically, I just don't know what to do. So definitely it's down to 3.
I see a fun reaction from Mr. Miller over there.
Well, I don't want to be left out. I don't know what's going on.
So, Jake, you've been here 5 times. You're a veteran. How does it feel to be back after a little break?
Well, it feels great to serve our country. Thank you for asking, Greg. But, yeah, I'm really I don't know. This is a very weird tribal. I didn't get to strategize much this weekend because I went home. And I pretty much was telling everyone, look, I'll try to make it in, but I don't know if I'll have time to, get here in time. So, this is why I'm trying to make up some lost time, trying to figure out what's going on.
Right. So in that downtime also, we have 3 people who were at Tribal Council before, and Kelly, Brooke, and Alex, who came together, and you guys voted out Spencer. So how does this one compare, Brooke, to the one that you attended a couple weeks ago?
There's definitely a lot less time to prepare, obviously. I think it's just kind of a little bit scarier because you're not really sure. I don't know. It could be anyone. I'm freaking out.
Right.
I think with Spencer, it was really hectic. I think we all mentioned we switched our vote 4 times that day. We woke up thinking we were voting for one person and it just continually changed. I think this vote carries a lot of weight primarily because we know we're merging. We know the next step in the game. It's right in front of us. So not only do we not have enough time, but this impacts how we play the rest of our season more so than any other vote because we're now individuals after we get through tonight.
So Alex, you had that stress. I'm sorry to interrupt. You had that stress upon you last time. And you look over here and these 4 are just enjoying the show. What would you give to be over there with those 4?
I would give a lot. You guys have been through a lot though. So, enjoy the ride over there. But yeah, I just want some pretzels. I wouldn't be here right now. This is stressful. This is the worst that I've felt all season. Or most stressed that I've felt all season.
So, from the outside looking in, I can look at this tribe in a couple ways, right? I have people who have been here before, I have people who haven't been here before, and I have Jake who's a little veteran, but Jake, as a former member, as a former member of the Oral Period tribe coming over with 5 Maramira, what's your case to these guys? Because the stress is, I know you guys are all stressed.
Yeah, I can't even think right now, Greg. I feel very overwhelmed. My thing to me is, like I said, I honestly have been since the beginning looking for some people to trust. So the more people extend that trust to me, the more I'm liable to reciprocate that. So this scares me, obviously. This is not pleasant to look at. But if they keep me around, I can get over it. I'll be fine.
So then, Nick.
Yes, sir. How we doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm breathing.
Good.
That's all I can ask for.
That's all you can ask for. So then, Jake, you could look at him and be like, we're 5 Maramira, let's get him out. But there's so much more weight in this vote, and you gotta hear out what he's saying, whether you agree with him or not. What are your thoughts on all that?
I am open to anything right now because all my, did not think this was happening at all. I was just assuming a merge, maybe some kind of twist in the challenge, not necessarily coming to tribal right after it. and I hadn't been planning for an immediate tribal, and it was more going into the future, working with like post-merge alliances than immediately voting someone out of my original tribe if this is what I'm working with.
Let's talk about like what happened today, right? You guys come in, you're probably expecting a merge. I probably made it very obvious that we're merging. Well, you are.
Something was happening.
Something was happening today. So then, Kelly, what were your thoughts coming into today when you found out that it wasn't? Were you surprised? Were you not so surprised? You knew something was up?
I think with this game you have to expect the unexpected, and since the idea that all of us were thinking it was going to be a merge let me know like something was going to happen. Wasn't expecting this, wasn't exactly prepared for this. Most of my conversations this week for strategy were about who I would take out post-merge and not someone within my own tribe.
So we get to this merge and we know that these four are already there. And the conversations here aren't the only ones that matter, because you have to be talking to everyone in order to make it further into the merge. So Steph, are you thinking about not only this tribal, but what's next as a result of this tribal?
I think other people had conversations in between the both tribes because we knew that there was a potential merge. So you were dumb not to talk to someone from the other tribe. And I think like that's gonna make a difference in the future, because you can't just be talking to people who you're with now. You have to think about who you want to be aligned with on the other team as well.
If you're not thinking ahead, you're playing this game wrong. And to make assumptions in this game is a very naive thing to do. To know that all of you were going to make it to the merge. I know there had to be discussions of what was going to happen in a situation where we merged at 9 instead of 10. So who hasn't made up their mind? About the vote. So those are questions. If we've all made up our mind, I have no reason to let these whispers continue.
No, I'm ready to vote. Let's go.
Are we ready to vote?
Let's do it.
Alright, so, give me 1 second.
So much stress.
With that being said, guys, you've had all week to strategize, whether you're thinking this is going to happen or not. That being said, the whispers stop now. Alex, it's time to vote.
This is the move right now. We're under pressure.
Oh no.
By the way, I'm not bitter.
Well, I've been waiting to do this for a while.
Let's end the stressful day now, guys. Well, Barry, how would we get the votes? I'll read these. If anybody has anything for you to do, I don't even like to play it now would be time to do so. Alright, once the votes are read, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote is Kelly. Steph. It's 1 vote Kelly. 1 vote Stephanie. Nick. It's 1 vote Kelly. 1 vote Stephanie. 1 vote Nick. Nick. It's 2 votes Nick. 1 vote Kelly. 1 vote Stephanie. The 7th person voted out. Let's rapid time and change. You're on to defend. Is Nick. Nick, I'm sorry. It's 3 tonight. That is enough. You have to grab your torch. Nick, try to spoken. It's time for you to go.
All right.
A somber ending to a crazy day. Welcome to the merch. You guys can draw on your white buffs and head on out. Good night.
I mean, it sucks. It really sucks to get voted out, like literally right before the merge, right before I could at least stick around and participate a little bit in the game. I mean, I had a plan going forward, which really fucking sucks. This fucked it up bad, the twist today. I had a 6 that I felt pretty good about. That would have given us a majority. Really sucks that I was one spot away from making it farther. But it happens, and it sucks. At least I beat Mitch. I wish Greg and Ryan good luck. Pretty much screw you to Kelly. I mean, just because I was going after her the whole time and I failed. I mean, hopefully it works out and it's not me. Sorry, Kelly. I don't know. During Tribal, I tried to get people to vote Kelly. I thought Jake and Stephanie would vote with me, but I can't blame them for flipping. They probably thought it was better for them.
I've always felt a little simple in this game. I really don't understand what doing this is helping.
I would guess that Stephanie probably told Kelly I had been gunning for her the whole game and had been just playing her in one of those whispers they've had.
I sprinted here because this vote needs to be done and over with. Like, I'm terrified, but you were running this entire game. You spoke to every single person. You are a very dangerous person for doing that, and so I need you gone, and hopefully the girls and Jake agree with me that you need to be gone.
That sucks because I was sticking my neck out for Stephanie. I could have easily just voted with Kelly.
So this is about to be really shitty because I'm pretty sure I'm going home because the person that didn't want to work with me all season is now telling me who to vote for. I'm voting for Nick. I'm still probably going home because I doubt Stephanie would tell me to vote for you unless you have my idol that I shared the clue with. So go me.
I love this so much more than I ever thought I would, and I honestly had the time of my life playing this game. I wouldn't trade this experience for anything this semester.